Hey, hey. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Let me say hi. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, members, Patreon, subs. Couple things I want to get out of the way. A lot of people asked me for my Cash App over the last couple of days. So to those people that have Cash App me, I want to say a special thank you. Cash App is very simple. It's Intrepid Candles. You can't get any easier to remember than that. Just money sign, Intrepid Candles. Easy breezy. I also have PayPal. Hey, Pretty as Pretty does. Also have PayPal, which people have asked me. That gets dropped over and over and over and over. Or you can always reach me through the website, through Super Chat, or through my website. If you want to get a hold of me, best way to do it, there's an email right on the screen. You can use that for PayPal as well. Comes up a different name, but it is me. It comes up Laura Peck. Don't worry about it. It's me. Yeah, it's actually rolling right on the screen. So I know a lot of people ask me in comments. A lot of people ask me in chats. You can always find it right there. So Patreons, check your email. I know you guys never check your email, but I did post something that I put in as thought-provoking, and I wanted to know what you guys think of it. It has to do with the topic that I'm going to talk about tonight that somebody brought up. A 9-year-old had killed her 4-year-old brother with a broomstick right here in Alabama, nowhere near me, like 8 hours away. And the grandmother was arrested, or the aunt who raises them is being arrested for abuse. So my question for you guys to think about is, should the aunt automatically be arrested due to the fact that it wasn't her daughter? In my opinion, if the aunt was abusing them, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't abused kids normally stick together, not kill one another if they're in a house that's being abused? In my experience, not personal experience, but in my reading that I've done on abuse, not relationships, abusive kids in a household, I can't think of the words I'm looking for. It's still early. From my research, kids usually stick together if they're being abused, especially an older daughter and a younger son. In this case, in Texas, in this case, the aunt was arrested. The daughter, I'm sorry, not the daughter, her niece beat her 4-year-old brother with a broomstick to death, and he has previous injuries. We don't know anything new yet if the previous injuries are from the sister, the aunt, or the biological mom. We don't have any of this information yet. The reason why I say it's thought-provoking is the aunt got arrested. What are your thoughts? I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to play what we have so far, and I want you guys to really think about it before you respond. This is my topic for tonight, actually. I was giving Patreons a chance to think about it. So let me find a clip that was sent to me.
Charges in connection to the death of a 4-year-old child. The Mobile Police Department saying 53-year-old Yolanda Cole was the child's caregiver. NBC 15's Ken McGrath joins us now. Ken, police are not releasing too many details, but neighbors are reacting to this heartbreaking news.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. One mother tells me she knows the family and never suspected any foul play.
I'm sad because, it's a young baby that didn't get to experience life yet.
Did you kill him?
Tonight, 53-year-old Yolanda Cole sits in Metro Jail. She's charged with aggravated child abuse. Investigators say police were called to this home on Jacob Drive Thursday, where a 4-year-old boy was found unresponsive.
Now remember, the neighbor who lived right next door said she never saw anything, she never heard anything. This is why I tend to lean towards the aunt is probably innocent, and this could be just a fucked up kid. So carry on.
Dead when paramedics arrived. We've since learned that Cole was the child's caregiver.
They seem like a real nice family, and it's always a lot of kids over there playing all the time, so it was really devastating to hear what happened.
The neighborhood sits close to Dolphin Island Parkway. Today, investigators were back at the home.
I've been over there before, and it's really a nice house. It's clean on the inside. Kids have nice toys. The kids always dress nice. So I really don't understand what happened.
Detectives say...
Okay, again, the neighbor says house is clean, which is something else I want to say. Hold on. The house is clean. There's no issues. She's been over there. That's why I tend to believe that it's possible that it really was just a fucked up daughter. She's 9. The sister was 9. See, brainworms, I never thought of that. Could she be covering for the kid? I never thought of that. Because that's possible too. But so far, what we have, there's no abuse. Like, it's not, mostly in these kind of cases, you hear the neighbor say, oh, you would hear her yell at the kids, or the kids weren't dressed nice, or the kids had bruises. You're not seeing that from the neighbor. Granted, it's only one neighbor. But the other thing that I want to bring up, I don't remember whose panel it was on, or who I was listening to. And I honestly don't remember. So if you guys saw it too, maybe you can help me out. Somebody made a comment as a chat person, the creator Reddit, that if a clean house means, if you clean your house, it means that that your kids are taken care of. Something like that. Whoever said that, that is one of the dumbest comments I ever heard. I'm going to explain why. When my kids were little, I had 3, all under the age of 3. I was potty training 2 of them because they're twins. They needed nonstop attention. They wanted nonstop attention. I personally would much rather cater to my children during the day, let them make a mess, I'll clean it up at night, but every morning the house would be clean, and by mid-afternoon, it looked like a bomb went through it. When they went to bed, is when I did some picking up. Did I always want to pick up? No, I was tired. Chasing after 3 kids all day. But when you have multiple kids, granted, it didn't look like Candus's house, but when you have multiple kids, your focus is on your kids. It's not on cleaning the house. When I say clean, I don't mean it was dirty. It was just messy. And they're still like this today. But there's just a big difference. But to judge if kids are taken care of by their house is stupid. It's just one of the dumbest comments I ever heard. I just wanted to address it. Yeah, exactly, Denise. They are seek and destroy. They couldn't mess things up fast enough.
An investigation uncovered signs of child abuse. Earlier today, I spoke with Andy Wynn. He's the executive director of the Child Advocacy Center. It's just heartbreaking to hear stories like this.
Oh, it truly is. And unfortunately, it's more common than you would like to think.
Wynn says only between 10 to 15% of child abuse cases are reported. He says when a child is abused, the abuser is at their breaking point.
It is stressing. People need to reach out and ask for help. And so many people don't. They think it's a weakness if you need help, but the reality is it takes a lot of strength to reach out for help.
Now tonight, MPD says more charges may be filed once the autopsy is complete. Kim.
So my question to ponder on for later, because I don't have a lot of time now and I want to cover a bunch of different things, but should the aunt be arrested when it's the daughter that killed her? And it's just something I've thought about all morning. I'm like, you know what? This is definitely a nighttime topic. Because we had brand new, nice. My kids always had nice clothes, nice everything. So she was a narcissist. I'm just saying that I didn't have dinner on the table by 5. I was not June Cleaver. My house was a mess. My kids were crazy. But I spent all of my time with my children. I would much rather play I Spy than clean the house. And Phoenix loved I Spy. Dayton loved Tinkerbell. Don't tell him I told you. Tinkerbell was his favorite. You know, the time that I had where even when they were watching a movie, it was, Mom, come sit with us. Come on, guys, I got to clean. No, Mom, come play with us. So they were definitely not neglected. So that's why I find it, thought it was a very ignorant comment. And again, I don't know who said it. I don't even know whose panel it was on or who I was listening to. But it was someone in this community. But I did hear that. I thought it was just a horrible comment. All right. Yes, for neglect, because my parents neglected us. Okay, but the aunt was sleeping. This is a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old. I don't see neglect. I see she slept. A 9-year-old, they can be up. You know, my kids would let me sleep. So, I don't know. We're not going to hear anything about the daughter being arrested simply because, the girl, simply because we don't know what she said. Maybe she said we're abused. Maybe she's a complete psychopath. We don't know. But I'm going to save all that for later. Exactly, Anne. That's what I'm saying. That's why I just thought it was a horrible comment. We do need more information. And that's all that I was sent this morning. Thank you, pretty. That's what I was sent this morning. Like I said, I dropped it for Patreons in Patreon, not in Discord. I put it in Patreon and left it as thought-provoking. And I'm going to save that for tonight. But now that I opened it up to you guys, now you know. A 2 clean house is hiding something. I agree with that. You don't have to worry about that with me. No one knew about it. We need to know more backstory. I don't know it yet. I will hopefully get it tonight. For tonight. But I did want to, I wasn't even going to bring it up now, but since somebody brought it up, I wanted to, and I'll make it an open panel if people want to come up and talk about their experience. Fortunately, I grew up in a wonderful home, so I don't know abuse like that. I have friends that were abused, but even then, not some of the horror stories that I've heard online. So I will definitely, thank you, pretty. I'm a horrible email checker too. So just want to put that out there. I'm going to save that for tonight. Was the child? Yes. The child was beaten to death with a broomstick. And it was done by the 9-year-old, her oldest sister. BHB Hippie House. No, I did not, Amzy. I don't watch her at all. The most I ever hear from her is from a clip channel. Right? Not even a clip channel, from Crude when I listen to him. That's it. Now, would you say the same? I'm getting to that next. I don't know if her kids were abused. From the pictures, the tons of pictures that I saw, I don't believe they were abused. I believe that they came from a drug house. I believe that they may have been in an environment of drugs, but so are tons of other people. Shit. I'm not going to say half. There are certain community creators who are drunk every night, who go live when they're wasted. And what makes them any different? One of them has young kids in the house, but I don't see anyone saying anything. So, yeah. can't see a 9-year-old killing a child with a broomstick. That's the story. I mean, she was arrested for it, but because she's a minor, they're not going to say much. But I don't want to get too much into this. But Tinkerbell Tina, Dayton's favorite movie was Tinkerbell. He could watch it 1,000 times in a row. He loved it. Loved it. All right. So let's move on. I was doing some labels and I was listening to Granny's Watching. As Granny's Watching ended, another video popped up. One that was made on February 6th. I have never heard of this person before. I have never seen this video before. 11,000 people have seen it, so I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. I have not. I thought it was very interesting. As you guys know, I've been super busy with lots of different things, trying to, get back into other cases. And I saw this. So if everybody knows this and I'm just a dumbass who hasn't kept up on it, okay. But if it's new to any of you guys, let me know. I'm hammered pretty much every time we spoke. Because I have not seen this before. Let me start with, does anyone know who Thunder Sky Studio is? Because he's the one, thank you, Sarah, because he's the one that made the video. I've never heard of him, never seen him, nowhere. And he's got 900 subs, or 500 subs? 500 subs. All right, so check out this video. If anybody can confirm it, deny it, something. I know that children being around drugs in their home is abuse. Alcohol's a drug, and people drink all the time in their homes. Alcoholics raise kids all the time. Many drug addicts raise very healthy kids. Many very healthy parents raise drug addicts. So you just never know. All right, so check out this video. I'll drop the link after.
Well, whoever has my daughter, I pray and hope that they have not harmed her and they bring her back to us safe and sound.
Just go to the FBI, the police, and clear it up. I mean, I don't know, it seems kind of elusive.
It's really strange that I've never seen this truck, and I've never heard of it until just recently. But I wish they would come forward and explain themselves. And if you're not a suspect, at least come forward and say what you've seen.
Okay, first stop. Anyone see those pictures of that truck at all? Because I haven't kept up on this the way others have, but I don't remember seeing those pictures before. Now, this is what caught my eye. They found one truck over on 81 or 36 or something like that. The license plate was removed. They ran the VIN number and it came back to 101 Ben Hill. There is no 101 Ben Hill Road. There's a 110, which is them, but there's a 101 Ben Hill Road. I mean, there's no 101 Ben Hill Road. So someone just said that in the very beginning. Beginning of what? There are no pics that show bruises. Brainworms, I'm with you on that. I'm 100% with you on that. But that's what Candus was saying. They kept saying different names. But forget what kind of truck it was. Because I couldn't tell you the difference between a Ford, a Chevy, a Tacoma. I have no idea. I could tell you a Mercedes truck as compared to a Hyundai truck. But if you're asking me a pickup truck, they all look the same to me. I know Robin and her husband own a red truck. But think about this. Why is a car, when they run the VIN, registered to a home that doesn't exist? Think about that. And why was the license plates taken off? But what VIN number would go to a place that doesn't exist? You can what? Hey, Kathy, you can explain that? Mic issue not fixed? I can't help that. I don't know why. Thank you, Jonice. So recent, but was other pics of a Toyota? Yeah, well, there were a lot of pics of Toyota, but I'm saying the one on the side of the road. Think about the one on the side of the road. That license plate's taken off and the VIN number goes to Ben Hill Road, but it's a non-existent address. Can you even register a car with a non-existent address? I don't know if you can. Sheffrey and his two sons all have red trucks. That guy, John Sheffrey, has it, but he still has it, so it wouldn't have been off. And the reason, I don't know, the video was just posted on February 6th. So is it new? I don't know. Did somebody just all of a sudden find this? Possibly. So I don't know. But that's what I'm saying, Nicole. I couldn't tell you a Ford from a Chevy. Like if I'm looking at it fast, I don't know what kind of it is. I think a lot of the information about the red truck has been resolved. The address comes up in my maps. It's a lot of the same sort. That's what it looks like. You need a valid address, proof of insurance. They probably made 110 into 101, switching the 10. That's possible. But did Don do it? Is this all a secret plan by Don or Candus? And I'm going to do both sides, so don't yell at me. But is this like a secret plan by Don and Candus to to throw the investigators off? So they changed something? Did they hire somebody to take Summer and the red truck was all part of it? On the flip side of that, why would they do that? And then mention the red truck. That's where that theory kind of fails. Old info making its rounds again. Okay, Amber, so it is old info? I mean, I know the red truck is old info, don't get me wrong. But I hadn't seen that whole address thing. That's what's new to me. Not the whole red truck thing. That's old as the case. But I'm talking that there was a truck found on the side of the road with the address of Ben Hill Road, with the VIN number of Ben Hill Road. My channel got flagged, so I'm streaming on this channel? Why'd you get flagged? Who flagged you? D. Dotson said to unmasked about the red truck. I think you have to have proof of residency or someone claim living at the house. Yeah, but unless somebody knew how to change a VIN number, these people in the video live near, because I watched another video from them explaining they're up on the hill from Don. Red truck. Yeah, I know the red truck was on a flyer. That's what I'm saying. The red truck aspect is not new. Hey, Lindsay, the red truck aspect is not new. But A, why were the plates removed? And B, when the plates were removed, why'd the VIN number match up to an address that doesn't exist? I'm going to double check that. Hold on. Okay. So 101 Ben Hill Road would be right there. And this was taken in 2013. That's 101 Ben Hill Road. It'd be around the corner, technically. It'd be right here. Because this is a different address. That's 4100 Beach Creek Road. But is it recycled? Because again, I haven't seen... Actually, as a matter of fact, hold on. From what I remember, this is all Don and Candace's property. From what I remember. You go down here and... I'm going to talk about her too, Lycan. It's a corner spot, yeah. But I'm pretty sure this is still their property. Remember, they own 11 acres. They own 11 acres all around here. So 101 doesn't exist because it's still their property. All of this is their property. But you don't need... But, Huck... It may be a little confusing, but the license plate was removed. They ran the VIN number, and the VIN number came up to 101 Ben Hill, which doesn't exist. Yeah, but there is no 101. 101 would be this. It doesn't exist. I'm on Google Maps. This is 101. And I believe this is theirs. Because if you go down here is where you're going to see the shed. That's their shed. could have sworn I just saw somebody. Oh, there are people there. I'm like, I could swear I just saw people standing there. Look, it's Molly. No. I don't know, because I don't know what they actually own. Which part they own. How did they ever get to 1 ton, though, if 101 never existed? I don't know. It is 110 Ben Hill Road. What's 110 Ben Hill Road? No, that's their address, yes. Plat of land could have an address if there was a structure there at one time. I don't know. But like I said, my whole topic today was not about that. But I was curious if you guys had heard this, if, you know, it was a path that I shouldn't be going down, it's bullshit, any of the above. Alright. I couldn't check it till I shut it down screen thing. Yeah, it's woods. Oh, you're saying that house? Now, you know how I know that's wrong, Kiki? Because it's showing Beach Creek Road. That house is on Beach Creek Road. So that can't be right, though. Yeah, no, that can't be right. I don't know. Yeah, no, the mailbox is on Beach Creek. That wouldn't be it. It could be a typo. Thank you, Lycan. It could be a typo. And then that would mean that they're connected. That would mean that Don and Candus are connected. There's always, yeah, you would know, Hook. There's always a mistake on address. I've seen it a lot of them and have it, I guess. Oh, that's a good idea, Tina. Hold on. Nope. Everything comes up 110, even if you put in 101. There's 104 acres of Ben Hill Road for sale. For $168,000, you can own the road. See where the camper is. If you exit Street View, there are red trucks there instead, but the camper could be 101. No, that's their property. I know what you're talking about, but that's their property. Everything is 110. 110 Ben Hill Road, Trulia. 110 Ben Hill Road, Tennessee Public Records. There's nothing for 101. Shed wouldn't have an address. Maybe. Alright, who lives on Ben Hill Road? There is no 101. It's 110 is the first resident. It's 110, 125, 145, 165, 178, 200, 205, 207, 209, 229, 238, and 242. That's it. Yeah, but it seems that they gave up, Huck. From the little research that I did on it, it seems like they kind of gave up because they don't have a plate and they don't have a VIN number. They have a VIN number that goes to an unknown address. What are they going to do? Check for prints? I'm sure they did, and that came up nothing. Do you know that house is 780 square feet? That's it. That's insane. Yeah, there's nothing. Looked on the county, said, well, no, I'm looking other places. All right. Disabled. What county are they? Are they in Shelby County? Or Hamilton? I forgot. But the house doesn't exist. It would have shown up on other places, you know, like it would have shown up on Spokio or any of those. There's no way, yeah, there's no way to see who's registered if the VIN number doesn't match up. I don't know, Mild Coyote. Hawkins, yeah, I don't even see that listed. That's why I'm like, I knew if I saw it listed, I would know. All right. So he owns these 11 acres. Whoop. That's the house. He owns all of this around it. That's the house. He owns 11 acres around it. I believe that I'm right. This is Ben Hill Road. This is that corner. He owns that property. That's that other house. He owns 101. Now this is getting weird. That land is worth way more than the house. Yes, the first picture must be the property. Because here's Beach Creek. Here's the entrance to Ben Hill Road. He's down here. So yeah, he owns all of this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don, this isn't good. Go back and search by address type. I did. Can we verify what the creator said is the thing? That there is no 101 address. So who registered a car at 101 when that's Don Wells' property? Or Don is actually guilty. Isn't there a dispute on who owns all of it? No, he definitely owns it. I mean, this is from the Tennessee property viewer, like from the assessment. This is definitely their property. That's also why they're the first house on Ben Hill. If you wherever you look it up, tax anything, he comes up the first house. Just type in Ben Hill. Okay, I will, Lindsay, but I'm going to say this again. This is the first house on Ben Hill Road. This is the only entrance to Ben Hill Road. There's one in, there's one out. This is it. Don's the first house on Ben Hill Road. There's no way, there's only one entrance in and out. I know that, I was there. But there's only one entrance in on Ben Hill Road and out of Ben Hill Road. You can't go through and go to the other side. It doesn't exist. This is the only entrance. I did get myself in a rabbit hole. Start talking to the address. Lindsay, I will, but listen to what I'm saying. There's only one entrance in and out. You can't get in and out any other way by this road. Beach Creek, it shows you on the tax assessment that Don owns the land. I could type in Ben Hill Road 1,000 times. That doesn't change the fact there's only one way in and one way out. And that's what we're looking at. There is no other way to get out. There's no side entrance. The street doesn't, it's a no outlet street. It doesn't go to anything but houses. So it really doesn't matter if I look it up, there's still only one way in and one way out, which this is it. That's Don's property. I hope that makes more sense. Someone registered a car at an address that doesn't exist, or I did that, Violet. Nothing before 110. So now that I'm looking at it, I can see it. I'm sure Don had many trucks. But something's wrong. I don't know what it is yet, but something's wrong. Either Don's involved or the person registered the car there. Or Don or one of his buddies purposely changed the address to 101 when they register it. Don registered it. Do we have facts on that? Hey, MJ, do we have like any proof on that? Or are we guessing? Because this is not good. This doesn't look good for them. Potential of a typo. I could do that. Hey, Judy. But this just doesn't look good for Don. Or Candus. And you guys know I've had their backs. But this doesn't look right. Truck is actually registered to the address. Well, I'm going on the video that I watched. Is what I'm going on. It seems the police. I'm going to guess he did. He's a con. Sheffrey Jr. had a red truck too. But he still has a red truck. This red truck is gone. Please check with Chasing. I'm bowing out now. I will definitely check with her, Amber. Did she say... Hold on. I'm going to tell her to come in here. Hold on. I bet my feathers it was Don the Con. I don't know. It's definitely possible. Like I said, I know the red truck is old news. But this is more than just the red truck. This is, if it's true that there was not a, if this is at Don's address, this is kind of fucked up. All right, since I'm running out of time, I'm going to move on and we will get back to this later. Because I got to drive Phoenix to robotics. Then I got to pick Dayton up from football. Then I got to pick Phoenix up from robotics. Nonstop. Who put up fit? No, I don't. But I'm going to talk to Chasing in my travels if she doesn't get back to me now and get back to you guys with that. But I do want to say a couple of other things too. So I'm going to put this on hold for now. Type in Vin knows. I was searching now for a video and now found it. How can I send it to you so you can play it? Guess who? Yeah, I know Tim Mullen had one. See, those are rabbit holes I know already. Those are rabbit holes that I've been down, that I've seen. Though that red truck is not what I'm talking about. You guys are focusing on the wrong thing. I'm not talking about that there's a red truck involved or that Tim Mullins had a red truck and the church had a red truck and what's her name had a red truck. I'm not focusing on that. I don't want anyone to think I am. The red truck story is old as shit. It's as old as Summer Been Missing. What I'm focusing in on is that there was a red truck found on the side of the road that was registered to Don's address with the numbers turned around. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm not focusing on anything else. So let me make that clear as day. My issue is not there's a red truck. We've all been down there. My issue is not which people had a red truck. Been down that road too. Again, what I'm focusing on is the fact that it was registered to a 101 Ben Hill, which is Don's address and Don's property, and it was left on the side of the road. That's what I'm focusing on. So I hope I made that clear. Don's house was originally where the shed under the trees was. They built a new house up higher because the well water was bad. Okay. But I want to make that clear. I don't know. I'd have to contact the person whose video it is and ask them, or I'm waiting for Chasing, if that's what Chasing found. I don't know. That I don't know, Sativa. I know the video is new. The video just came out on the 6th. That part I know. It won't be 12 o'clock tonight. That I promise. So the other thing I want to bring up real quick before Phoenix gets home is off subject for a minute. And I'll come back to it if Chasing hits me back up. But off subject for a minute. People run around running their mouth about me from something I did 3 fucking years ago, which the story is still being convoluted. There are people that love to run their mouth with my name in it using something I did 3 years ago. Whether they agree with it or not is not my concern. My issue is I still hear this shit being brought up. I still hear people in chats talking about it. I still hear people in chats, oh, well, Laura did this, Laura did that, Laura did this, Laura did that. Natasha Cooper robbed an entire community of over $20,000, and everyone stopped talking about it. Molly fraudulently raised money and is doing it again. Fraudulently raised money for a fake charity that doesn't exist under false pretenses with 3 fucking con artists, and almost nobody's talking about that anymore. Who else? There's other people in the community that e-beg like no other. And there's multiple ones. There's somebody that took thousands, tens of thousands of dollars from St. Jude. That got forgotten about. So please tell me why people are still bringing up me videotaping, quietly videotaping, and in totally discreet videotaping an open public memorial. But all of these other things I named happened within the last month to year, and nobody talks about them. You don't hear them saying anything in chat. Nobody asks where the fuck the 20K is anymore. But bring up something I did, which wasn't even that bad, from 3 years ago and hold me to the cross for it. I'd like to know why. For real, I would like to know why. Because I heard somebody say today, exactly, because I had a sticker on my sunglasses. They're still talking about this. Nobody told me, but they're still talking about this. But let's not discuss anymore that Natasha Cooper robbed the entire fucking community for 20K. Or I heard one better that Lana or somebody is suing in Colorado. Bitch, you don't live there. You can't sue there. But she's raising money for that. Oh my God, what is wrong with people? You can only sue in the state you live in. You can't sue anywhere else. So, sorry, but you can only sue where you have damages, which would be in your fucking hometown. So all of these people are doing all of these things within the last month to a year. And yet, nobody wants to talk about them. It's, we can't talk about this. Or, don't you talk about it. Or, I mean, there have been some other shit said too. That, I'm just thinking of the big ones off the top of my head. But let's show Laura videos from 3 years ago. Let's worry about Laura from 2019. Last time I checked, we're in 2022. Wake the fuck up. So I want people to answer me why I'm still being talked about, like still being held to a cross over this bullshit that All of these people robbed the community, never showed fucking receipts, are too good to show receipts, and yet you're still running to them. You're still watching them. But talk about Laura, get the fuck out of here. Shit is annoying. I've seen a few more of what? Grow up and move on. I agree, but it's... Okay, then I heard it wrong. She's being taken to court in Colorado by Vanessa from Unmasked. Lana's fighting it, and I believe she has a fundraiser to help for that. Okay, what is Vanessa? Does Vanessa from Unmasked live in Colorado? They do use me to deflect. Hey, Grandma Rose. Hey, Daniel. Takes the pressure off of them. But it's so many people. It's not just one or two people. We're talking, I mean, I just rattled off, what, 5 people? 20K, she's a thief. Absolutely. And yet, I'm called a con artist. Who the fuck have I ever conned? But don't talk about them. Just talk about me from 3 years ago and make up shit. I just don't get it. I went and looked at some of your old videos and thank you. No, that's the only thing I could think of is my potential, because I look at all these other people and it blows my mind the numbers they get. How are you getting these numbers? You suck. You don't care what you look like. You're disgusting. You're a total e-beggar. And I'm naming all of them. Or you don't show your face. It's crazy to me. She lives in Colorado. Okay, see, I heard the story wrong then. And I heard it from one of Vanessa's people, but I guess she just said it wrong. Making sunglasses with a sticker. Yeah. Start selling sunglass stickers. I'm telling you, but that's what I'm saying. Like, wow. Alex, more than you know. And that's another thing. People talk about candles. My business isn't... Candles are the easy part. Sitting there making candles, that's the easy part. It's every other aspect of the business. The website, the emails, the mailing, the shipping, everything. All of that is the hard part. You know, building a website, keeping up on the website, customers, marketing, everything. All business aspects. That's the hard part. But I see people still run their mouth and they can't seem to shut up. But they wouldn't run their mouth about fucking someone that robbed St. Jude of 20 grand. I mean, or whatever, 16 grand, 30 grand, whatever it is. I don't see them talking about that. Oh, that was so yesterday. But show videos of Laura from 3 years ago. That wasn't yesterday. Oh my God. I have heard the same 10 stories about Laura so many times I lost count. It's exactly right. And I do it alone. It's exactly right. Sweet Bee, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, Sativa, but I just keep seeing it over and over and over. I don't think Natasha will be... Well, the way to stop it is for people to stop it. And I'll never tell someone, don't give money, don't do this, don't do that. People, if Natasha's people want to give her money, go for it. Give you money. But the $20K that you raised for a lawyer, where's your lawyer? Where's all the harassment stopping? You were supposed to save the community, Natasha. Where is it? Where's the $20K? I'm waiting. Everyone's waiting for an answer. But everyone stopped talking about it. Nobody's talking about it anymore. Why? And don't tell me because her aunt died, because what about before her aunt died? I never hear anyone talk. Ghost of present, I wish that was true. I really wish that was true. You missed last night then. Playing videos of me from 3 years ago. Diane talks about me. Jenny talks at the whole DC. The only one that doesn't is Ash274 is like Laura So yesterday. I wish her buddies felt that way. Although I haven't seen her around anywhere. I know NC gambles that money. That speaks more of their character than maybe I know they're desperate for content. I'm just saying that it's to the point, like, get over it already. And if you're going to hold me, if you're going to constantly bash me in chats, and this goes for subs too, I'm not just talking creators. If you're going to bash me in chats for, oh my God, you're so horrible for something you did 3 years ago, then you better call out everybody that's done 10 times worse than me, and then not say, oh, well, they're well respected. There's nobody that's well respected in the DC. Know it now. Nobody. I can't think of one person that's respected in the DC. Every single person in the DC has done shit that they're embarrassed of. Every single person in the DC has gone lower than low. And if anybody tells you differently, they're lying. Stay current, exactly. They can't stand the fact, no matter how hard they try, they can't take you out. They've tried everything, even recruited people from other communities to help them, and they can't do it. That's true, too. I like the friendship between you, Molly, and TM, and Molly destroyed all of that. Yes, she did. Google search along with 101 Ben Hill points to Morrison Cemetery. No, 101 Ben Hill Road comes up their property. Can't seem to let go of the past either. I miss my Aquanet. It's because you're straightforward. You don't joke around. You're straight. You don't play. You tell facts, and they don't like it. So they make bullshit. Don't listen. I know. I'm just saying. If you doubt the validity of where your money is going, close your wallet. It's true, too. You know, and somebody said it yesterday. I don't remember who it was. Someone's like, you know, nobody ever said, oh, it was Robbie. Save Robbie said it. Nobody ever does, you know, clip channels never do a follow-up of the good you've done. Nobody's ever talked about how many receipts I've shown for all the money that I raise. I always show receipts. Does anyone ever remember that? Of course not. Never. Why? Because it doesn't fit their narrative that Laura is such a horrible fucking person. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of going into chats and it's Laura this, Laura that. Oh my God, she's so awful. I am the least awful of everybody in the DC. OG DC. They've all done shit way worse than I have. If filming 3 years ago was so horrible, so be it. Have I said things that I regret? Yes. Have I changed? Yes. And yeah, sorry. It's time to move on. They are available for sale, Alex. I can't get any more hearts, though. I can only get the mini hearts. I mean, I may be able to get them next week, but they're out. I've checked 4 times. I can't get them. At least not before Valentine's. I covered every order, but if you're going to order today, I can't get them. I can only do minis. But I can do the multi in clear in a glass vessel. You're like a cute weeble. You wobble, but they can't make you fall down. Hey, Seashell. Ah, thank you. That's another thing. Let me ask you guys a question. Candle customers. Everything has gone up. Price of everything has escalated. From shipping to scents to vessel. And I think vessels might be the same, but everything has gone up. As a candle customer or new customers, would you rather have the same price in a smaller vessel? I don't mean like a 2 ounce. I mean like a 5 ounce instead of an 8 ounce. Would you rather have a few dollars more and keep the 8 ounce? 14 ounce won't change. But the untruthfulness that came from NGL put me off. For Greg, it's unreal. Hey, Blank Slate. There's always somebody better than me, worse than... I agree with that, Oaklancy. And exactly. Raise your price on my business, but raise them and keep it as is. Should I offer a smaller one at a cheaper price? A few dollars more, keep a size. Okay. All right. And it's not going to go up by $10. I think I've averaged it out. It should be about $3, which really isn't bad. Have a blowout. Well, I am going to do that, but some of the scents went up. Not all of them, some of them. But I'm weaning down on scents. I really need to get rid of a lot of these. But mine had very little scent. Yeah, I don't know why. That's a pretty, hey, Misdemeanor, that's a pretty good scent. They're haters and need content, so they use the best. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. There's a 101 Ben Hill Road in Knoxville. Okay. All right, I'm glad you brought that up. Don is not in solitary. Don is in a holding pen. When you first go to county, you're in a holding cell. You have paperwork. You're usually in there for about a week or two. If Don goes to solitaire after that, that's either by choice or they felt that that was the best thing for him. Or the safest place for him. Don is not in solitaire because he's a habitual offender. Don is not in solitary because, you know, they're afraid he's going to kill someone. If he is in solitary after his holding, which usually lasts about a week, that's how county works, then we'll see. But it could be due to the police feel it's the safest place for him, or he chose to do it. But it's not because he, you know, is such a horrible person. Says he will be in segregation for a stay. That's for his own safety then. With COVID, they sometimes put new inmates solitary. That could be another thing. You're right, Mama Rocks. It could be due to COVID. I totally agree, Sweet Ray. The misinformation drives me nuts. I'll probably be 4 weeks on a detox. Yeah, you would lose your mind in solitary for 6 months. I mean, Damien Eccles did it for years. He was in solitary for years. Yes, it's in the newspaper, and the review, I believe, is what it's called. Yeah, the Rogersville Review. But he's probably, if he is in solitary, he's there for his own protection. He's likely being kept separate because case high profile. You don't do holding cells for a week. Yes, you do. I was in a holding cell. Everyone that passed through was in a holding cell until they went to general population. They always do holding cell. You can't just throw an inmate in general population. You can't. They have to go through the process, see how they are. They put them in like a holding pen for about a week, and then they train, or 2 days, 3 days, depending on the state. No, he doesn't own a property in Knoxville. Solitary in jail is different from prison. True. Yeah, I'm guessing he was in the kind of like solitaire that I was in. And I was in like a separate holding pattern than general population. But I was in there with like 7 people. We all had cells, but we were separate. Because they were afraid I was going to beat up my, she was afraid I was going to beat up my ex-babysitter who was in there on a drug charge. Sammy the Bull was in solitary. Yeah, that was in prison. Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. And gas prices went up 23 cents here. I almost shit. Local rural county jail inmates are in their own cells because of COVID. We had to find out about this truck. Let me get you the link. What were you in jail for? I was in county for 30 days for a violation, contempt of court for not giving Dayton to his father during a tumultuous custody fight in which I wasn't playing by his rules. It was a second contempt, and I went to jail 30 days. But And it is a twisted court to begin with. All right. Video. Dating to his father. This is it. All right, this is where I found it. It was total fluke that I found it. 72 hours, okay. I couldn't remember if it was 72, 3 days, a week. I was in there the whole 30 days, so. What do you think of a certain someone? I don't know who a certain someone's letter is. I haven't watched anything today, but Granny's watching. That's it. Thought it was signing your ex's name. No. I was arrested for that. That was two different things. I was arrested for that, but that happened at the beginning of a custody fight. I didn't go to jail for that. They arrested me. They fingerprinted me. It was my first arrest. But they arrested me, fingerprinted me. My lawyer said, send her out, and I'll take care of it at the courts tomorrow. And that's exactly what happened. I was fingerprinted, mugshot, and I left. I never went to jail for that. Solitary in jail is not the... Yeah, it's not. Prison and jail is two different things. Yeah, 30 days. He actually gave me 90 and suspended 60. But you can read the whole thing. I mean, my entire court case is right online. It's public record. I've given the number out multiple times. So, you want to see a real true crime? Go look up my case. It's insane. Where do I get information on your merch candles? Candles, you go to... Hold on. Did an open letter or whatever to Candus. Can she do anything fucking original? Like, for real? Is everything she does copy of somebody else? Unfucking believable. Yeah, I wasn't even booked. They just fingerprinted me and then I left. It was weird. Yeah, no, I didn't get arrested for that. I mean, I keep saying that. I didn't do any time for that. That was dropped the next day. It was a car register. I don't know. No, Knoxville and Rogersville is an hour and a half away. It's not close at all. Why would she do an open letter to Candus? That's stupid. And real quickly, let's touch on the glare from last night. Dude. Ugh. Don is poor, yes. You know, by today's standards. But Don works, and Don's always worked. I really don't think you needed to do a fund for his commissary. I thought it was kind of weird. He kind of put himself there. You know, even though he has more misinformation, he's not there on drinking and driving. He's there on a violation of probation due to drinking and driving. But he was on probation for a gun charge that really wasn't that big of a deal. But he's not a habitual offender like people are running with. He's had bullshit stuff. I know he had federal time. I'm talking recently. State and federal are two different things. And he's pretty much kept his nose clean the last couple of years, if I remember correctly. And when they say habitual offender, that's more recent stuff. Like, you're going to get put away for re-stuff, not stuff you did 20 years ago in another state. They don't care about what you did in another state. It's all about what you've done in their state. And I don't think he's really done anything in the state of Tennessee. Am I wrong or am I correct? Yeah, they shut down his commissary. But you probably wouldn't do it any different for your babies. Major tough as that. I wouldn't change a thing, Christina. Well, that's not true. I would change a thing. I wouldn't have gone at him as hard because then I wouldn't have spent all that money. Tom, Oh, I keep telling people he's not in solitary. He's probably in medical. No, they're probably keeping him away. It's absolutely sickening. Donna's abused people his whole life. He had those children living in hell, and the Galera wants to make sure Donna's comfortable in jail with snacks. Yeah, he's not going to do more than 180 days. I'd be very surprised if he did. Is there proof Don's abused people his whole life, Donna? Believe me, I'm not saying the man's a good person, because he's not. But I'm saying, is there solid proof that he's abused people his entire life? And I agree, he had those children living in hell, but so did thousands of other families. Is that Shack Shed on Ben Hill Road? It's kind of on, I was going to say Beaver Creek. The other one, Beach Creek. Nope, what? There's no proof that he abused people's whole life, right? I agree with he had kids living in hell. That house was not even livable. When he was 12, okay. He admitted to abusing his 5-year-old sister when he was 12, and there are many other victims of him. What other victims of him? He has 0 sexual anything on his record. He's never been convicted. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'm not sticking up for him at all, because I've said that all along, that he's not a good person and he wasn't a good parent. But at the same time, people want to make him a sex offender. That's a heavy, heavy shit to put on someone. And I don't think, I'm not going to run with it because a lot of people said it. It's because of his sister said it. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Do you think Don and Candus filed tax on... Absolutely. They had those kids more than half the year. Don admitted to essaying his one stepsister, not both. He did not admit to both. Probably never made the used children a home-cooked meal, but so do a lot of other parents, Donna. Why they need a fundraiser anyway? They have 90K. They have 90K in the bank. He admitted to one of them, not both. He admitted to one. And why weren't there ever charges filed? Why isn't she filing charges? If a child is in your custody for more than 6 months out of the year, yes, you can. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. Not on record, regardless of what others say. Donna, it's not a POM. It's not. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm not saying one stepsister isn't enough. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that people run around that he abused all these people. He didn't. And he's never been charged as a sex offender. Well, Candy Apple, that's what I said. I said that the statute of limitations. And everyone fought me. I mean, that live is still up. Everyone fought me and said, no, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's not the way it was. I mean, they came at me saying that there's no statute of limitations. Chris did this, Chris did that. Okay. A judge got here on this Valentine's. Thank you, Real Angel. Description of what he did to his stepsister has been twisted and retold so much I don't even know what it is. Thank you. He admitted that they were playing house. That's what he admitted. He didn't admit he penetrated her. He admitted that they were playing house and like she told him she didn't like it and to stop. And he didn't stop. First 2 weeks because of COVID. My Candus keeps going by Candus Bly, not Candus Wells. That I don't know. It's a good question, though, Melody. I don't know. Statute of limitations applies. That's what I told everybody. And everyone came at me saying, no, no, no. Okay, so why aren't charges filed? Yeah, Jackie, I've said that too. He was a child too. He was 12. He took responsibility. I agree with that. But I just don't, the story has been twisted a million times. And that's another thing, Linda. If he is innocent, that's fucked up to put that on someone. And the way it's been twisted for drama and the way it's been, twisted, it's crazy. No marriage license. Oh, they're not legally married? Just because the people want to make it. Oh, I agree with that too, Donna. I'm not arguing that with you. I totally agree with you. I'm on the side. He and Miss Hustrani are crap people. He was 12, yes. My grandlittles, grandma gets tired, make fun meals, so plenty of leftovers. Yeah. I bet just about everyone here knows someone who is also an essay by family member. That's true, too. Only that doesn't have a statute is murder. The statute. Thank you, Gigi. He said they married at Miss Trent or Trent's house. Oh, so they're just not legally married. Okay. Who was abusing Dom when he was a child? Don't know. That's a guideline. It's not a guarantee, though. No common law in Tennessee. I don't think any common law is anywhere anymore, actually. I think it's just like one of those things. Sorry. If you can send me that would be great, because unless I don't remember ever hearing that out of Don's mouth, but I would like to hear that out of Don's mouth. Not somebody saying it. I want to hear him say that story. TM trademark situation? What do you mean, Tracy? How does anyone know what is true? Exactly. I agree. We don't know what's truth and what's fact. I mean, it's gotten to that point. Yeah, Illinois has it to a point. You said muted. Comedic relief time. Imagine the Miss America song replaced with Miss Histrionic, and imagine MGL waddling on a stage with tamale in hand. He said he stopped. Yeah, I just want the actual proof, so I can look at it and listen to it and hear what he actually said. Chris M is a fraud. Thank you. Is self-serving. 150%. They did that until he was 19 and she was 12 and finally told. I don't know. He did it when he was 12. He was 12. She was young. And then the other sister, he told them. I've always said I didn't believe the sisters. I have said that from day one. that I believe one of them, I didn't believe the other one. I believe the one he admitted to. I didn't believe the other one. And then when he got on the phone with her and said, why are you saying this? And she admitted she was lying. And people forget that. That's on Cher's channel. People seem to forget that. But Don called her when someone was live and asked her, like, why are you saying this about me? Why are you lying? And she basically admitted she lied. So after that, I don't believe it. He made to 19 also. I would have to hear that because I don't remember hearing that. I'm not going to go on what people hear. I would like to know. I want to hear it myself. And Miss Sherry, I totally agree with you. But the fact that it doesn't come out till now, I got a problem with that. One of them was pregnant by a 15-year-old when she was 19 or 21. Oh, no shit. So hold on. So one of them was pregnant by a 15-year-old when she was 19 to 21, meaning that's statutory rape. So she was actually the abuser. Who is he talking to in that? It's Cher, I believe. Nope, DA did not pick up anything. If people would just stick to the facts, there would be no content or money to be had. Yeah, you're right, Karma, because that's what happens. All these people spreading rumors, all these people that twist facts are the ones making all the money. 100% agree with you. The sensationalizing of the case is who makes money. You're 150% correct. I won't do it, though. He said it on Cher's. He admitted to the last time when Cher, he got out of jail prison. No. He said it on Cher's that she was lying. And that he called her and he was lying. So is it true that DWCW have other kids? No, they don't have other kids. Mary got pregnant by an underage teen. So she was the abuser. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. It was on Cher's. Miss Sherry, you know what the problem is, though? With all due respect, that's why 20, 30,000 people are sitting in jail. Because people automatically believe a victim or an alleged victim. Victims lie. I'll bring up the Emmett Till case. Yeah, everyone believed the victim till the victim admitted she lied. Dama's underage, just like a stepsister was. He didn't say he did when he got out of prison. Oh, okay. He didn't say he did when he got out of prison. I didn't think so. Hey, Tammy. They have other kids with... Yeah, they have other kids with other people, not together. How they all speculate, only go on facts. I can't stand people spreading lies. That's where I'm at. But I don't know every single thing about the case. Like, I don't know anyone that does because no matter where you look, it's either speculation or rumors. At least I can admit, hey, I don't know the answer. Help me out. Instead of just making up some exorbitant lie. No. That's not what I'm saying, Sarah. I've said that like sarcastically. We should take all allegations seriously, but also look at the facts and evidence. People lie about being a victim, give real victims a bad name. That's true too, Rad. It's a good point. And I'm not saying, let me go back and refocus what I said. I'm going to say the same thing I said originally, and that is, I don't know if the sisters are lying or not. My gut tells me one thing. I also knew Michael Long was lying. And anyone that's followed me for a long time knows how I felt about that case. But I stayed quiet for obvious reasons when the whole world was all about Sophie. I knew this was ugly, and I knew that Michael Long was full of shit. And I stated that opinion. And I was right. I tend to believe that Mary, Jody Sue are completely full of shit and want their 15 minutes of fame. I could be wrong. I'm not going to admit that I'm right. I'm not going to definitively say I'm right. I'm not going to definitively say I'm wrong. I'm just giving my opinion. I think they're full of shit. I think both of them are full of shit. That's just my opinion. I have not, Tracy. Yeah, Kyler, I have been trying to get that through people's heads for a long time. Not all abusers or murderers did they watch their parents. Highly misinformation that an abuser definitively was abused by his parents. Not true at all. Marty has made money off of Summer's name. Oh, Mary has made money off Summer's. A lot of them have. No Life grew a channel by supporting him. So did the Glera. And I went live and I said, look, I don't believe this. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Don't come at me. But I don't believe this. I was in a tumultuous custody fight. And that's what you do when you want custody back in the day. It doesn't happen anymore, but that's the first thing you tell. Don't ever use sexual abuse. Her stories weren't right. I knew immediately this girl was full of shit, or the father was doing it. Yeah, Mary, they don't even know Summer. They never met the kids. And Mary was not raped. He pushed her to the ground. Too many people and automatically find people guilty in public opinion. Absolutely. Maybe the Wells would be found guilty, but as of now, that is your opinion right now. They're not in jail. Well, one of them. Some of the biggest serial killers like Bundy and Dahmer say they had good parents and normal childhoods. Exactly. What are you going to talk about next? I feel like you forgot. I don't know. His family was already a mess before someone went missing. Amen to that. Who knows? I agree with you too. But, you know, I was listening to Tiffany for a few minutes, and Tiffany had a good point. She really had a good point this morning. And that was, the Glera's a drinker. He drinks every day. He probably drove drunk more than once. That's why he's probably supporting Don. She's right. I absolutely agree with her. No one takes women seriously. Chris comes in and boom, they get starstruck. Damn right. Do not believe Jody Sue. Love to. Yeah, I've never believed Jody Sue. Oh, really, Ellen? I don't watch her, so I don't know. Anyone that respects the Glera, I can't. Why didn't they tell these? That's what I said. That's exactly what I said, Carla. Why didn't they say anything previous to this? 10 to life, going back to the other case, the Michael Long case. Junior Sheffrey fellow is really lifting eyebrows. He needs rehab. Absolutely he needs rehab. You know, this is also Don's first DWI in the state of Tennessee. Again, for anybody that does not understand the law, what you did in other states, unless you have a warrant you want it for murder, what Don did 10 years ago plays no part in Tennessee law. None. Don is not a habitual offender by Tennessee law. He has one stupid charge for a black pistol gun or whatever it is, which he shouldn't have, because that will play a part. Like, if you're a felon and you can't have a gun, that will play a part in Tennessee. But a habitual offender is if he does the same crime 3 times in a row. Don is not a habitual offender. People are throwing around terms that aren't true. I agree, Anita. Mayor was telling Don would be arrested in February on these allegations. Not sure what. Yeah, he's not. Oh, Garfield's an idiot. I don't even think of him. He's a fucking idiot. They did this whole time to their family and the father. He's another one like Whiskey. Like, you're gonna come after my looks? Have you looked in a fucking mirror, dude? Any man that you have to go after a woman's looks at our age, I got nothing for you. Well, he can if he's on probation for a black powder gun. That guy that moved MGL on in the hill is Sonny. Yes, I've seen the videos. Sisters didn't, yeah, the sisters didn't find Don so dangerous till Chris M came calling. Great point, Karma. It's ridiculous. There's many idiots on the tube. Hell yeah. How many women have been raped and never tell? A lot have been raped and never tell. But why did they need Jeannie? That's the one I'm talking about. Either, I don't know which one is which. One of them, I believe. One of them, I don't believe. I think it's Mary, I don't believe. But, here's the thing, too. And this is why I've always said I doubted their innocence. I doubt their guilt. I doubt Don's guilt from them. Essay is something that is personal. It's something that some people want to keep inside, which is why so many people don't report it. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. But when you do want to come out with it, wouldn't you normally do it to your family, your friends? Why would the first place you're doing this is on YouTube? No. Sorry. It just seemed like their 15 minutes of fame. Do you think TBI will believe them? It's not it. It didn't happen in Tennessee. It had nothing to do with Tennessee. What do you think about commentary channels that are now doing true crime? I think it's ridiculous. But I think they realize they're going to run out of content. But honestly, I don't believe, if you're talking about crude, I don't think that's what he's doing. He said it's just one case. That this one particular guy, I don't know why but he said it's just that one kid. Like, he had said that last night. He's not doing true crime. But he's just focusing on this one. If that's the one you're talking about, yeah, he's just focusing on that Daniel guy. But I don't know if there's any others that are. Oh, real quickly, that's another thing. My neck hurts. That's another thing. I heard so much BS being talked about last night about taxes, and nobody had the right answer. People are estimating Don's going to get 10 grand, Don's going to get 12 grand. With 4 kids claiming 4 kids, if he makes under $75,000 a year, and he's also claiming Candus, there's a very, very good chance he's going to get about $10,000 or $12,000. 150%. People were saying he's going to get 2 grand. No, he's not. He's going to write off everything. Trust me, I know. I know what I get for 3 kids. There's also been talk about the check that you get from the government. I still got, even after they paid me the max that I could get, I'm still got like $5,000 left over that's coming with my taxes. So, and that's just for having my children, all year round or more than 6 months or whatever. So that doesn't include any work, nothing. That's just for my kids. So Don and Candus with 4 kids are getting like 8,000 or 7,000 just from their kids. So anyone tossing around 1,000, yeah, no, you're way wrong, way wrong. And I've taken the check every month, that they offered it from, I think it was July to September. So, and I got a letter when I did when I was about to do my taxes stating that I'm still owed like 5,500 or something, or 5,000. It was something like that, but that I was still owed, and I have 3. So that's one more that they have. So that's like 65 or 7,000 just on kids alone. But everyone that was talking last night, like none of them had kids, or none of them, even with the 1099, you write off everything. You can write off a tons of stuff. They won't be able to claim the other half of the year, but they don't ask that. They say, do you have your kids, because I do my own taxes, do you have your kids more than 6 months out of the year? They don't ask you the second half. Will they be able to claim them next year? No, they won't be able to claim them. If taxes taken out, might. But if taxes not taken out and gets 1099, would owe. It depends. The kids offset it. Like I thought that I was going to end up owing, but the kids offset it. So they have 4 kids. They have one more than me. And even if he gets a 1099, he's still like, our YouTube is a 1099. And you write off everything. By the time you're done writing off everything, you could be in the positive. Like, I only owe the state less than $500. That's what I owe the state of Alabama. I just filed. And that's because everything was offset from everything I bought. And then, offset from everything I bought, plus the kids offset it. And he has one more than me. Cruz laughing because real estate taxes haven't been paid. It's not time. Oh, that's the other thing. People are talking about the taxes. Listen, Linda, listen. He's not filing for 2022. You file in 2022 for 2021. So he wouldn't need to pay taxes yet. Yeah, I watched that live. Betty, you are a fucking idiot. Like a true idiot. And they had every right to laugh at her. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, listen to Crude's live from last night. Him and Burnt were going through, what's her name? Betty Butthead's live, and the lie after lie. The woman is clueless. Clueless. You gonna claim the dogs? My husband never got a refund when he got a 1099. Oh, really? Or unless they owe the IRS past taxes. That's possible. But Betty was saying the stupidest shit. She is a complete idiot. Wasn't weird. MGL, a photo of them on her thumbnail. Shouldn't be faces be blurred out. She had a photo of all of them? Does she not realize there's a gag order on the boys? Can one of her people please go remind her there is a gag order on the boys? They are minors. Thank you, Carrie. Chris McDonald Hole, I like that. They ain't getting money for no kids. Over 6 months, they lived elsewhere. Not the boys. The boys were 5 months. Summer, yes, but she's still missing. It's still their child. They can still claim her. I don't think someone getting kidnapped or something happen is it's different than someone, than the boy is not living there. Robin Lane from the church or Robin Lane the sub? I've seen Robin Lane as a sub. Kids live with them for the first part of 2020. Yeah, they will definitely get the money. And she was talking about Summer and her lack of evidence re what Candus did to her. Of course. Of course it was what Candus did. Everything's about her. BHB is ignorant. She is. But she was sitting there, oh, what's Candus going to do, e-beg? What the fuck do you do besides e-beg? I don't even hear her bring facts. Every single time they run clips of her, there's no facts. It's tooting your own horn. I'm talking about Betty. Tooting your own horn and fucking e-begging. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but I don't, Tina, what I'm saying is I believe they can still claim Summer. Summer is missing. She's not living somewhere else according to them. Like according to state law. I'm pretty sure that, I don't know. Tuesday place an injunction once they go into care as well as CPS, which prevents claiming. And the parents can't ever claim those Social Security numbers because it bounced back. They can still claim them at this point. They can't claim them next year unless they get them back before 6 months. Because it's not her money. That's true too. Probably won't be since her service time. Oh. No, they can claim the kids. They can claim all 4 of them this year. Next year will be different. They can definitely claim them this year. Yeah, I know they can claim her this year. And by another thing I heard last night, though, honestly, the IRS, even though they're foster care kids, the government, IRS doesn't know who they are. They're a number that comes in on taxes. There's tons of Don Wells out there. They're not looking to see who's who. Hey, Saint Almost Fire, I'm actually shutting down in a minute. CPS may take money if a child support. Yeah, he's been paying child support, though. I don't know. As a grand total, I'm owed, what, $14,000? Nobody gives me shit. If they had those kids more than 50, they did. They'll be able to claim all 4 children by federal law, not state. Thank you. That was the other thing. That's what I was getting at. Is, I think it was Burnt that said, or somebody in the chat, and she was addressing it. I don't remember which one. I wasn't watching chat. But somebody, I guess in chat said, you know, will they get money? Like, Burnt said she was not a tax expert. But somebody in chat said something like, well, the state will know. And Burnt said, yeah, they're government kids. Of course they know. That's only for state. Federal government doesn't know who's who. That's a number. This is what you're supposed to get back. Boom. And you get it back. That's it. Need to worry about their own taxes. You tell them. And rightfully so, they should get a refund. Kids are expensive. It says, see, children can only be in foster care for 1 year. If you haven't gotten your shit together, by then they adopt out. They changed the laws years ago. Oh, it's not like that anymore? Interesting. Interesting. Hey, Hannah. Kids that age do lose teeth, so fact 1 was loose with the baby tooth being pushed out. Yeah, I was never concerned about her teeth. I used to work for the IRS collection department. That was 20 years ago. I would never want to work for the IRS. Hell to the no. About the Wells doing that. I agree, Safari. They are entitled to them. It has nothing to do with the kids right now. Totally agree. I don't know why they focus on a lot of things they focus on. Firmly believes she was abducted by someone who knew family, but fam has no clue who. It's possible. I don't know. This address thing is bothering me. It's really sticking with me. They only have 1 year and they're already halfway through it. Yeah, but we don't know what they've asked them to do. Like I said, you can ask someone to quit drugs. Doesn't mean they will. He has started fixing up the house. For being a hygienist and not fixing Summer's teeth. You don't fix a 5-year-old's teeth. Betty always talks about 21 dogs. There are not 21 dogs there. They showed the dogs. There were like 4. They lose their 2 front teeth at about 6. She went to the dentist and prepped for starting school. Dentist probably left them. Yeah, she was prepared. No, she didn't. They had her prepared. Literally had her prepared for school months prior. She did. What was that? Oh, no. That went to YouTube. Hold on. No. She did a football thing. This weekend's football, right? Not that I care, but... Might be silly, but Can's reaction on Dr. Phil about the Cornbread Mafia makes think she does think it was them. I don't know. MGL said TBI rolled out. They did not rule out an abduction. What they said was that it was unlikely, but they're talking about an abduction that somebody went in the house and kidnapped her. That's the abduction they're talking about.
Mom, you want to take me to robotics?
Yeah. Yeah, when? Now?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be there in a minute.
Fine. What type of shake is the Jack's thing?
What?
I said, what type of shake is your Jack's?
Cookies and cream.
Oh, dang.
I dropped in this morning and she said TBI ruled out. They did not rule out an abduction. They said it's unlikely. You're the only one that has pointed that out. Thank you, Pine. This abduction was unlikely, not ruled out. Over half of open foster CPS cases have been active and open longer than a year. That is true, too. I am OG. I tend to think that she was taken, just not the way a normal abduction is. Not the way that you think of an abduction or a kidnapping. I tend to think there's a lot more to the story that we'll never know, because they're hiding something. I just don't know what they're hiding. And Colleen, and I'm going to end on this note, simply because I would bet the rest of my life savings that nobody walked in the house, took her from downstairs, abducted her, and left the house. That's what they're talking about when they say abducted. That they don't believe. They don't believe that happened, and I 100% agree with them. That doesn't mean that, remember, she was last seen walking. According to eyewitness testimony, she was last seen walking in the Beach Creek area, barefoot. So that means she was away from the house. That means she was out of the house, according to the police own reports. So that's where, exactly, the single footprints. All right. I got to drive him. Absence of evidence isn't evidence. True, too. Speculations and opinions is not evidence. I totally agree. So think about how this live started. We're going to talk about that case later. If MGL and a crew doesn't pick it up like everything else I bring to the forefront, and then they all of a sudden start doing it. So assuming that she doesn't, and we can discuss it. And if you haven't seen it, roll back to the beginning of the video. Is that testimony credible? It's what we have, though. Whether it's credible or not, it's what we have. I was thinking about your Candus meeting a drug dealer theory. Maybe someone else said that about the script, that she could have been selling pills to someone, and that's why Grandis is covering up for her as well. And I never thought about the script until somebody said it to me. You know, when I think drugs, I think drug deal, you know, she's smoking crack in the shed. But when somebody brought it up to bring in money, very strong possibility that Candus went to drop off pills. So that is a good big point. They brag about having informants in all these channels. Oh, please. Yeah, but the fact that 2 cases that I bring, first one, all right, maybe coincidence, but now both of them, come on, Justin, do better. Do your own work. So, all right, but I gotta go. I gotta get him down. Oh, Seymour, that's been my theory from day one. That hasn't changed. Like, I've said that from back in June, that's what I thought happened. Hey, Labs. We'll feel better. Yeah, that she was selling pills for Grandma and raising some money that way for whatever, maybe for Grandis, for her, maybe Grandis's upcoming trip to Wisconsin. She was selling pills. Good, big possibility that that's what happened. So, all right, I will see you guys tonight. Don't forget, check out that case. Listen to that case, because I really want to have a discussion on it. And we can continue this too, but, you know, should the aunt have been arrested? Is the aunt at fault for what this 9-year-old did? Ponder that thought. Walmart only, exactly. Ponder that thought, and I will talk to you guys. Jaundice for all. And I will see you guys later. I don't know what time, but I'll definitely, and it won't be too late, I promise. All right? I will see you guys later. Peace.